Let's go to Stevenage Spring 2022! The events I'm taking part in at this competition are going to be 3x3, one-handed, blindfolded and Megaminx. And what's very exciting is I've never done 3x3 blindfolded before. I'm not particularly fast at that event, but it's good to give it a go. Maybe I'll get a success, we'll see. And 3x3 one-handed Megaminx, I think I've improved at all of them. I've just arrived at the competition. I'm practicing for 3x3 round 1. $9.55. I'm about to start 3x3 round 1, aiming for a sub 10 average. Let's see how it goes. I've just done 3x3 first round. It didn't go that well. I was expecting sub 10 but got an 11-second average. I was kind of very nervous on every single solve, but you know what, it doesn't matter. I still have hopefully round 2 to look forward to, but soon I'm going to be competing in one-handed. Just done one-handed and it went really well for me. Every solve was really good except the 26. 2 counting 20s and a 24, and it makes me get a 21.8 average, I think, which puts me through to round 2. PR average, PR single. Yeah, it's great. It's now time to compete in 3x3 blindfolded. It's my first attempt, so I don't... Just did 3x3 blindfolded. I didn't get a success. I went over the cumulative time limit, but it was my first time. Hopefully at my next competition I'll get a success. But yeah, it was fun trying a new event that I've never done before. I'm going to show a couple of cubing mobs because we couldn't do it without them. Time to compete in 3x3 second round, and I hope to do a lot better than what I did in the first round. Let's try sub 10 average. Whatever we get, I want a PR average or a PR single. Let's see if we can do this. I've just done 3x3 second round and it actually went alright. I got a 10.04 average, which beats my previous PR by 0.22 seconds. It's great that I got a PR, but unfortunately it wasn't a sub 10 average, and I think that was because of the last solve, which I had amazing F2L, but then I locked up a lot on the last layer because I was nervous, thinking, oh, it might be sub 10. So if it was just a tiny bit faster, it would have been sub 10, but it doesn't matter. Either way, if it's not sub 10, it's PR. Much better than round 1. Now going to compete in Megaminx. Just on Megaminx, it was so good. I got like a counting 58, so I got a 56 and a 58. It was amazing, and then the average was 103. Only a few seconds away from a sub 1 minute average. I think I came 11th place. Gonna make it through to Megaminx final, which is really, really exciting, where hopefully I can get some more good results. And Patrick just broke the world record. Time to compete in OH round 2. I don't think I will be able to beat my average because that was a really good sub 22 average. I am hoping that I could hopefully get a sub 20 single, but it depends on how lucky I am and how good the scrambles are. Just on one-handed, and unfortunately I didn't break any PRs. I think the average was about 22 seconds, I believe, 22, 21, 23, I can't remember. It was still a good average, just not as good as the average from the previous round. I didn't get a sub 20, but that's okay. I still got good times. It's about to be blindfolded final, and unfortunately I didn't make it through because of my DNFs. That gives me some time to hopefully practice 3x3 semi-final, where I hope to actually get a sub 10 average. Now time to compete in 3x3 semi-final. Unfortunately, I wasn't warmed up before 3x3 semi-finals. I didn't even get any sub 10s. None of my solves were that good. It doesn't matter, I've got Megaminx now, which is exciting. unfortunately, Megaminx final, it didn't go that well for me. I believe I got like a 107 or 108 average. It's still alright, but like it didn't beat any of my PRs on the lot. And on that very last solve, the 110, I thought I knew the one that PLL because I've learned some of the cases where like the corners are solved, but I accidentally did the wrong algorithm and I dropped the cube and had to do PLL all over again. Yeah, the average could have been a lot better, but still like not PRs. And I came 12th for Megaminx. I've now come back from Stevenage Spring 2022 and here's how I feel like it went. For 3x3, I was kind of nervous throughout round 1 and like got an 11.31 average and none of my solves were sub 10. And round 2, I was feeling a lot more focused in my solves, like I was going to get good time. A lot of the solves had amazing F2Ls, but then loads of last layer lockup. The average was 10.04, which was still a PR, which is amazing, but it wasn't a sub 10 average and I know it was so close to sub 10. And then the third round, I was put into the faster group and I was a little bit too nervous and I came 40th and I was unable to make it through to final. Now, despite that not very good performance in 3x3, I still feel pretty happy about my PR average in round 2. 3x3 blindfolded, well, I was trying it for the first time, so it doesn't really matter that I got a TNF average. I was pretty sure I got stuff right, but then when I took the blindfold off, the entire cube was messed up and it was already like 6.5 minutes. Then I found out about the cumulative time limit and I realized I only had 3.5 minutes left, and then I just thought, why not give it a go in case I get overall PB? But then I was like 2.5 minutes into the memo. I'd only really just started memorizing my edges, so I just stopped the timer. It was just a DNF. Other two events went very, very well for me. 3x3 one-handed, I got a 21-second average. By the way, I averaged like 22, 23 at home, so 21 is really good for me. On the very last solve, I was like really, really nervous. My first solve was a 26 and I got 3 20s, and I was thinking, I don't want to get the 26 counting, and I managed to just clutch a decent solve of 24 seconds. And that was good enough to beat my previous PR average by 6 seconds. In the second round, I got another amazing average. It wasn't quite as good as my average in round 1. Megaminx went very, very well for me. In round 1, I got a massive PR average of 1 minute 3 seconds, and I also got a 56-second singles. I was just like so focused on the Megaminx that I wasn't thinking about the time, so when I saw a 56, I was like shocked to see the time. That's probably why I had such a big reaction after that. And my 103 average put me at 11th place in the first round. Megaminx final, I was kind of nervous for. Last layer mess ups, like I kept for some reason doing the wrong OLL algorithm, corner permutation algorithm. Like there was one solve where I got to like corner permutation, had to go back to my last S2L pair before, redo the last layer, and then got like, I don't know, like a 107 or something. The average was 107, still really good. It would have been my PR anyway, and I'm so happy about those PRs that I got in the first round of Megaminx. So overall, I feel like this competition went pretty well for me. Stevenage Spring 2022 has been an amazing cubing competition for me. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to consider subscribing and turning on notifications. Thank you all for watching, happy cubing, and have an amazing day.